Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. You may have noticed a recurring theme in the last couple of videos. That theme being tanks surviving the battle 1 versus 5, 1 versus 6, 1 versus 7, and earning Kolobanov's medal. And we're going to continue with that theme. Little bit of a spoiler alert here. We're going to watch a couple of games, but we've notched it down a couple of tiers, and we're going to watch a couple of amazing tier 6 battles in which some players earn the highly coveted Kolobanov's medal. The Kolobanov's medal earned when you stand alone versus at least 5 enemies and achieve victory. How many of you guys have earned a Kolobanov's medal? I think I've done it twice. Once in my Panzer IIJ at tier 3. And once in a tier... maybe another tier 3. When I was just a beginner and I had no idea what I was doing in this game. I won it twice when I first started the game. And after playing for a decade... at the higher tiers, I've never been able to win it again. I've come close many times. I've stood alone 1 versus 4. Quite a few times. I've stood alone 2 versus 6 or 7. But my stupid teammate wouldn't die. But I have not stood alone 1 versus 5 in years. Then I know some people that have won like 20 Kolobanov's medals. So it's not a medal you win by accident, although sometimes you do. Sometimes, and one of the reasons is I have attack defense turned off. I know some people that have won Kolobanov's medal like a half a dozen times because they've got that attack defense mode on, and when they're on the defending team, and they run into the corner and hide, and all their teammates die, and the attacking team says, no cap, kill all, and attack defense games are only 10 minutes long, and then the enemy attacking team runs out of time, and they didn't cap, and they didn't kill him. That's a Kolobanov's medal, even if you don't do any damage. I've seen some of those. And so, but if you turn off attack defense, and you're in a regular game, you have to earn it. You have to actually win the game, usually by standing alone versus 5 and fighting them. Occasionally I've seen someone standing alone versus 5 and they go cap. And the enemy 5 flounder around and they don't come back and they don't cap. So, you get all kinds. But typically I'd say this is one of the medals that is really hard to win, and if you've won this medal, it's like a really good one to have in your collection. You can say, "Wow, I remember that game." You've played this game for 8 years, and you remember that one game when you won Kolobanov. I remember the Panzer IIJ game. I remember I had like 10 kills, like 6 or 7 of them trying to kill me at the end, but they couldn't even pen me. Right? It was because it's the pay-to-win Panzer IIJ tank. But the other one, I was in a tier 3 German medium tank, and I remember at the end of the game it was on, what's the map? Not Cliff. I remember the map. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember the map. And I remember I was behind a rock, and they were coming at me, and I was shooting on the left side of the rock, and shooting on the right side of the rock, and then shooting on the left, and they were coming, but they were coming one at a time, and I was just shooting as fast as I could. And I was accidentally tracking them. And there were 5 enemies and they were coming at me, but I was behind this rock. And I was just trying my best to poke out and shoot. And they came one at a time, and I poked out and I shot. And it was a big flurry, and I was panicking. And then I was, there's only one left. And he came and I shot him and I won. That was tier 3. And that was probably in the first 6 months of me playing this game. I'd only played the game for 6 months, In those days, it took a long time to grind. Like I didn't even have tier 7, 8 tanks. I was up to tier 4, tier 5 maybe. I think I might have had a KV1. What's the German heavy tier 5? I probably had that one. And a bunch of tier 3 tanks, tier 4 tanks. I had a Matilda, I remember. And so I was playing, and I won a Kolobanov's medal. I was like, wow, I'm getting good at this game. Never won it since. Okay, but this guy, what is this guy? I didn't even introduce our guy here. It's Razin89 from the Omega clan, who is losing the game 4-10. And Razin, I have to say, you haven't done much this game. You haven't. This is the No BS channel. Yeah? I'm telling you. So far, you suck. But I don't know what the enemies are doing either, because they're at your base, 3 of them, last known positions, but I don't know what they're doing. They came here, and they probably said, no cap, kill all, and they're going back to kill your teammates. And they are killing your team. Oh, there's one of them. He's looking around the wrong way. Okay, that's good. Now you've got the Matilda. 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 You forgot to cap, and now you're going to lose. KV1 T28 on his team. He's gone. The one good thing he's done is he went back to base. He didn't know what to do. He went back to base. Which I always say, if you don't know what to do, go back to base. And now he's rewarded with 3 kills. He's defending the base. Isn't that incredible? He drove all the way around the map and he went back to base. And he gets rewarded with 3 kills. Because the Muppets didn't cap and didn't do anything worthwhile. So where does he go now? Where does he go? Where does he go from here? Is it back to the base, I fear? Ay, 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 ay. There's 2 enemies and he's ammo racked. What are these enemies doing? Oh, mama. Oh, here comes the little... Ram him. Boop. Oristola. Oh, look. One of his teammates just exploded. Wait a minute. Wait for it. The T-28 is almost going to die. He's almost dead. He's calling help. The T-28 is calling help, and he goes, ah! I'm going across the bridge. You want help? Help yourself. He's going to come across the bridge. There's still a lot of enemies. Yeah, are they there? He's poking around. He's poking around. They're not there. Cross the bridge. With enemies like this, guys. With an enemy team like this. Now you realize that you're losing 9-13. And once they kill the T-28, they're going to go to your cap. You realize that. It's the typical story, right? Once you start losing, the enemies are going to go to your cap. But why not come here and kill the artillery first, who's hiding in the open? Load an HE shell. This has an amazing HE shell. I don't need the HE shell. Oristola. But look, guys, hold on. Let's zoom up here. It is now 10 versus 14 is the score. He is standing alone versus 5. Let's watch. And he's smart enough to go back to base. He killed the artillery. Why would the artillery be sitting in the open there? Why wouldn't the artillery be sitting at A1 or A2? Oh, 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 oh. Boom. Yeah, you're not even detected. He snaps a shot while on the move. It's his Russian guided missile. Russian guided missile. Now it's him versus 4. And there's one. They are scurrying to the base as fast as they can. It is a good thing he started coming back because the enemies are scurrying like chickens with their heads cut off, heading straight for that base. They want to cap now. They're so upset that they didn't cap before. Are there 2 of them in there? There's only one. Where did that guy just scurry to? Oh, and there's another one. Oh, he's surrounded, but he's going to come around the corner here and take care of the guy in the base. The guy that scurried forward, nobody knows what he's doing. And it's an SPG that propelled himself with his little pee-pee up in the air. And he's dead. Where did the guy that scurried forward, where did he go? The PZ-54. Where did the PZ-54 go? The white guy who just scurried around the corner. Where did he go? Nobody knows. I don't know where he is. Get him! Put him in the bag! I can't! He's got too many legs. Where'd he go? Does it make any sense to you? Okay, there's 3 left. He's got 8 kills. He's got to kill them all. He's going to end up with 11 if he wins. What's this guy? This guy's now moving forward. He's the guy's winning. That's funny. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at him. Where did the PZ-54 go, guys? What is the PZ-54's name? Is Dr. Bolzen. Where's Dr. Bolzen? Guys, that's his name. Look at the enemy list of names. Where's Dr. Bolzen? Is there a doctor in the house? We just saw him scurry around the corner. Right? We saw him scurry around the corner. Where'd he go? There he is! What's his, there's a Dr. Bolzen! Is there a doctor in the house? How did they get there? Whoa! Guess what? Hey, you don't have a turret. Boom! Oh! 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 Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Kolobanov's medal and all the rest are meaningless. He gets 3,627 damage, 11 kills, and he made some credits. Calling Dr. Bolzen. Calling Dr. Bolzen. Dr. Bolzen? Doctor, can't you see we're burning? Like, where was Dr. Bolzen? Did you guys figure out where did Dr. Bolzen go? I don't know. But we're going to watch Sonica from the clan in his big Japanese tank. 2 tier 6 Kolobanov games, guys. This guy likes to zoom in. We're going to go in third person because you're going to give everyone a headache. You are going to give everyone a headache with your zooming in and zooming out and fidgeting. Okay, here he goes. Where is there a doctor in the house? Where did that guy go? That guy that scurried around the corner must have just zipped to the... We're on the same map here, right? He probably went where this artillery is at K0. He zipped around the corner and went and hid in the bushes at K0 probably. And sat there and didn't shoot. And then just came out at... Because the guy went up the hill and looked for him, couldn't find him. Those are strangest things that people do. He just hid in the bushes and then he came out of the bushes. What was he doing in the bushes? You gotta ask yourself, what was he doing in the bushes? Is there a doctor? Okay. Oh, the AR. Look where the British artillery is, guys. Look where the FV went. What kind of angle are you going to have on anyone there, FV? What is that? And the artillery's dead. What kind of an absolute muppet in artillery is that? Oh! Oh! Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, Kisan. Why don't you shoot? He doesn't want to shoot? He decided not to shoot. Oh, he's got guys up here. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. He must defend base. Enemy team has one. Bridge, I go back. Look out. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I've got to go back. Okay, let's go back. Just the fun of playing a large heavy tank. Drive forward for a minute and a half, and then say, fall back. Here he goes. He's falling back. Okay. On the other hand, maybe you should have just pushed forward, but he's falling back. You never make a mistake when you go back to base. The enemies eventually will come. Why would you fall back now? I don't know. You had other options. But his teammates are exploding, so he's falling back. I noticed that there's a lot of enemies on the bridge in the central part of the map. If they kill that KV-1, here goes the ARL-44. If he kills the KV-1, and the KV-1 bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. The KV-1 bites the dust. Hey! Boom, boom, boom. So it's probably a good idea that he came back. God, this is excruciating, these slow tanks. Excruciating. Why would you want to play one of these? Trundling along at 1/10 the speed of some of the other tanks in the game. Wow. But some people choose to play them. It would be excruciating. I haven't gone down the Japanese heavy line yet. I guess I'll have to do it one day. Okay, he's going to face the ARL, the A-20. He's finally made it back. It's just been an excruciating ordeal, and he finally gets to shoot his gun. Oh, yeah! And his teammates are still biting the dust. And is he going to move into a defensive position? Yes, he's going to go up to the defensive position. Oh my God. The dynamic play of a heavy tank. He's struggling up this hill. Struggling at 6 kilometers an hour. 6, 5, 4, 6. Just wallowing forward at 6 and 5 kilometers an hour. Just... oh my. How could anyone stand it? I've seen grown men pull their own heads off rather than drive an OI. And here he comes. Okay, he made it back to base, guys. Oh, excruciating. So far, all this guy's done is he drove to F0 and then he turned around and drove back. That took 6 minutes. Most games are over by now. He's too slow to avoid the artillery shell. He's got the commander perk that tells him the artillery is shooting, but it doesn't matter because the tank won't move fast enough. Oh my God. Just excruciating. It's going to be him versus, what, 20? Hang on, guys. I thank you guys for hanging on. I'm hanging on! Look at this little STR or whatever over here. He went there at the beginning of the game. Okay, now he's going to cantilever over the top here and try and take a shot. Oh, he missed it. He's too slow. Here comes an artillery shell, but he's too slow to get out of the way. And someone's in the cap. There's 2 of them in the cap. Oh my God, they snuck by without him noticing. And now they're going to kill the artillery. They're going to kill the leaf blower. And they're going to kill the Stug. Don't go down. If you go off this hill, you'll never get back up. Aim for 25 seconds. Shoot. And that one bounced. Wargaming says no! It's been 6 minutes. It's time for you to bounce. Now here comes an artillery shell, but he's too slow to get out of the way. So he says, fuck it! I'll just move forward now, for Christ's sakes, and shoot him! And shoot you and ram him! And wallow like a big fat pig in a mud hole. And this guy's trying to drive up the hill, but he can't because he's up in it. Oops, he rammed himself for 105. Here comes the artillery shell, but he's too slow to get out of the way. Just manhandle this guy. Push him, push him, push him. Ram him. Here comes another artillery shell, but he's too slow to get out of the way. He's still got a Stug. His Stug isn't doing anything. Shoot him. He can't shoot him. He doesn't have the gun depression. And he grabs him again for 20. And the artillery shell is coming in. He's too slow. He can't get out of the way. And for a second there, before he killed this guy and his Stug died, he was 1 versus 5. And an artillery shell comes, but he's too slow to get out of the way. And he was 1 versus 5 there for a second. Trust me. In this big, stupid tank. And he's going to trundle back up the hill. Oh my God. Okay. There's one of the enemies. They're coming. They're sitting there. He's got him. And what's this guy doing? This guy's thinking, oops, daddy. And he gets rammed. What is he doing? He doesn't have the gun depression. He can't shoot him. No, if that guy backs up, he can shoot him. He doesn't have the gun depression. But the guy didn't move. The other guy didn't know. All you got to do when you're fighting one of these guys is just park right here. Just park beside him. Just parallel park beside him. And he can't. Oh, here comes an artillery shell, but he's too slow to get out of the way. Guys, if you're ever fighting one of these things in low tiers, look at this big side. You see this? You see this? Where is it? Right there. Just park beside this. That's all you got to do. Just park beside him. Park beside him. And he can't hurt you. That's all you have to do. If you're in a small tank, just park beside him. And then he can't do anything. Turn your turret and shoot him. Or if you don't have a turret, just, boop. Boop. Just park beside them. That's all you got to do. If you park beside him, he's like an upside down turtle. He can't do anything. Oh, here comes an artillery. P stands for... P stands for... Oops! What are these guys doing? Oh my God. Oh my... If one of the artillery shells parks beside him, he could win. But this guy, what are they doing? Oh my God, this is incredible. Do you think an artillery shell could park beside him? An artillery player? Is he going to be smart enough to pull it beside him? That would be hilarious. No, he's not smart enough. He's never used the keyboard before. This is the first time he's ever used a keyboard. Oh, the artillery shell's coming, but he's too slow. He couldn't get out of the way. And now this M44 is he smart enough to park beside him? What's the M44 going to do? Is the M44 going to park beside him? Unfortunately not. The M44 has no clue how this game works. This is the first time he's used the keyboard. And he goes down in flames. Raise the PP. Raise the PP high. I don't know what we witnessed today, guys, but there you go. Kolobanov's medal, okay? He won Kolobanov's medal. He gets to win Kolobanov's medal, and I haven't won one in 10 years. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the videos, and I will catch you guys on the next one. More Kolobanov games? Kolobanov medal games? Let me know in the comment section. If you want more, I give you more. No matter how hard I try, they pull me back in.